Greetings everyone, Spartan here, coach of the Victor Volvitini. Welcome to week 1 of the VGC off-season for LDL. We're going to be going up against TD0, coach of the Battlefield Toracats. Now before we begin, I do want to mention that all my battles from here on out are all going to be built by myself. I don't think I'm going to get help by anyone on this one because I want to learn. I am doing this off season because I do want to learn. I want to educate myself regarding about VGC before I even think about stepping into it, because not gonna lie, it looks interesting based on some YouTube videos I've seen, so I want to give it a shot. That's pretty much my small disclaimer, but without further ado, let's go look at the team that we're going up against. So TD0 is very singles based, I would say. Not saying it's bad. It's really strong. Imagine this team in singles: Aegislash, Amoonguss, Arctovish, Clefable, Cresselia, Garchomp, Naganadel, Lola Ninetales, Rotom Wash, Single Strike Urshifu, and G-Max Charizard. Just looking at that team, just hearing that team overall, you're probably thinking, this is a busted singles team, right? But what about VGC? It's still good. It's still a very bulky team. Urshifu can able to break down a lot of my mons, especially with his Unseen Fist, allowing it to break through Protect. Ninetales is a very strong, I would say, screen setter, and provides hail so that Arctovish can use Slush Rush, so it can use its own Fishious Red. And also get both Arctovish and Lola Ninetales can get Freeze Dry. That's what I was thinking. G-Max Charizard, very scary. Naganadel, one of his Naganadel is one of his D-Max captains. Very scary. Very strong offensive. In fact, I think this mon could probably sweep my team. Both Naganadel and Garchomp alone. And if I'm not mistaken, also his Urshifu is his Dynamax captain as well. So he has a very specially offensive D-Max captain and a very physical offensive D-Max captain, along with Charizard, Gigantamax Charizard with the axis of Max Airstream. You also got the Max Wildfire that can be able to chip down my entire team as long as they're not fire types. Rotom Wash is a really defensive mon. It can be able to provide the offensive capabilities with Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt. Got some coverage with Dark Pulse and whatnot. Clefable is really good because it can provide that follow me antics. I mean, it's not as bulky as a fairy, which sounds weird, sounds crazy, but in VGC aspect, Clefable, I think Clefairy is a little bit stronger because of its ability, Friend Guard. Unfortunately, Clefable does not have Friend Guard, so it loses that aspect, but it still has those supportive abilities. Cresselia is very bulky. Amoonguss provides the Spore and Rage Powder, and of course Aegislash is a very offensive Trick Room abusing mon, both in physical and special. I actually surprised he didn't put that mon in as a Dynamax captain, but I can understand the reason why. So overall, this team is very scary. What I expect him to bring, definitely the Urshifu and the Naganadel. Those two mons, in my honest opinion, can actually break through my team. Fairly easy with the providing support from Amoonguss and Clefable with Rage Powder and Follow Me. And Cresselia and Clefable also gets Helping Hand, if I'm not mistaken, and thus that's very problematic. Cresselia also can provide Trick Room if he wants to, bring a slow Arctovish and a slow Aegislash and go for a Trick Room play if he wants to. I think I have some counter plays on how to break through this team, so Overall, that's what I think he's gonna bring. I think he's gonna bring his Urshifu. I think he's gonna bring his Naganadel. I actually think he's gonna bring Charizard for sure, because that Max Airstream is very, very powerful, and able to get that speed, and how they changed the rules regarding about speed priorities when it comes to like gaining speed on the same turn and whatnot. And then I could see him bringing either Clefable or Moongus. And his last two, probably Cresselia and Aegislash. I don't know if he wants to bring Garchomp, especially since I have Rillaboom. Rotom Wash, really good, but I do, once again, Rillaboom. It's pretty much Rillaboom that's stopping Rotom Wash, Garchomp, and even Arctovish from coming, in my honest opinion. So those are the main ones. He could bring a little Ninetales to provide that brains, but other than that, the main six I do believe will be the Urshifu, Charizard, Naganadel, Cresselia, Moongus, and Aegislash. So, without further ado, let's look at the team that I will be bringing for Week 1. So first up, I'm bringing Tornadus. He'll be bringing the safety goggles to protect myself from both hail, sand, and powder moves from both Rage Powder and Spore, which is really, really good. I never really used safety goggles before on a Mon. Maybe I have, but not like as thoroughly as I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, I have other options other than safety goggles, but this is doubles. This is VGC, not singles. You know what I mean? So I'll be providing with the Prankster capabilities with Hurricane, Tailwind, Protect, and Taunt. Tailwind will provide me that bonus speed, a nice little +2 in speed. I activate it, and if I could activate it during the same turn, the Mon that's like right beside it can go ahead first. That'll be great. A Prankster Taunt is very good. You could shut down Ninetales, Clefable, Moongus, you name it. Any of his support Mons, really, really well. Yeah, I mean, his Dark type is Urshifu, but I don't see myself using on that Mon. Hurricane is just, it hits really, really hard. Next up, I'm bringing Gigalith, running the weakness policy with Rock Slide, Heavy Slime, Earthquake, and Body Press. Probably wondering why I'm running Earthquake. One for the power, and two of my Mons that can really support my Gigalith really well aren't affected by it. So it's a nice spring overall. Heavy Slam can hit Clefable really hard, especially if it's not unaware. If it's unaware, I could do a good amount of damage. I can probably get like a 3-hit KO, which I can able to focus down the Clefable if I wanted to. Rock Slide is good moves because it attacks both the opponent's Pokemon, which is nice. And Body Press just in case if I can get like some defensive boosts from Heavy Slam. I think it was Max Steel Spike when I Dynamax. So that's pretty much it. This is my bulky sweeper, sort of say. Hopefully I can let it shine. Next up, I got the Fish, Dragovish, running Choice Band with Sandrush. With Sandrush, I'm guaranteed to outspeed everything on this team, outside of maybe, I think, Naganadel at +1, thinking. But I wanted that Adamant damage, so I'm running Adamant, Fisher's Band, Crunch, Dragon Rush, and Rock Slide. I'm running Dragon Rush because I don't want to get stuck with Outrage, especially if he brings his Fairy type, either Clefable or Little Ninetales, and I won't get stuck by going with Outrage and end up hitting the Fairy, and I just wasted a turn and I go into a confusion state. So Dragon Rush prevents me from that. Sure, I lose like 20 base power of damage, but it's still a really good move. Gets a, I think, 20% chance of flinching the opponent, so that's nice. and that's really good, especially if I'm outspeeding a lot of his mons outside of Naganadel with Scarf. Rock Slide is really strong, especially for Charizard, just in case if he's running, I think it was the Rindo Berry, right? Double check. Rindo Berry. Rindo. No. No. Oh, it's a Pasho. Yes, Pasho Berry. There we go. Just in case if he's running the Pasho Berry. Okay, I was like, man, I'm blanking on which berry it was. I was getting confused between the Rindo and the Pasho, and also the Wakan as well. So, hopefully I can able to do that, able to break through still, just in case. And it still hits really hard on a lot of his mons, especially Fisher's Wren. He has no Storm Drain user. He does have the Follow Me and the Rage Powder, but those mons won't take that damage well. I think Clefable could be potentially get O-Code, or a very solid chance of getting 2-hit KO'd. Movements can take it, but not that well. Other than that, that's pretty much the reason for Dracovish. Next up, I'm bringing Freya, Togekiss, running the Kiba Berry so I can able to survive any hits from Naganadel. Super Luck for the potential crits, I guess. Dazzling Gleam, Follow Me, Alice Switch, and Helping Hand. This is pretty much a fully supportive role that Togekiss is going to be providing. Dazzling Gleam, it provides the spread damage. Follow Me for the directional. Ally Switch is something that I'm not used to, which switches the positions, the user and its side Pokemon. So let's say Urshifu attacks where Gigalith is. I can use Ally Switch, and before that attack happens, I switch to where Gigalith is, and Gigalith goes to where Togekiss is. Thus, I can able to tank any hits that like Urshifu could go for, and it'll hit Togekiss instead. So that might be very helpful. And of course, Helping Hand, really good, gives a nice little damage boost for the next move that that your partner Pokemon will go for. So that's really nice. Next up, yes, I am bringing Stunfisk. This is one of my best counters against Naganadel. I'm running Assault Vest. Max def and a little bit of HP. 200 is nice. And mostly just overall defensive monster. I would say a monster, but you know what I mean. It'll take hits really nicely. Static is nice because it's one of its only abilities it can really use. I was thinking about using Sandville, but I don't think that is allowed. Like I said, the rules. But other than that, this is pretty much is going to control the overall speed of what my opponent provides. Bulldoze pretty much slows down the entire team. I can able to proc off Weakness Policy on Geb, the Gigalith, Earth Power just to do normal damage. A Reluctor Web is nice little spread damage. It hits both Pokemon and lower their speed. And Muddy Water because it hits both the Pokemon and can lower their accuracy by 1 on the safe side. The only thing that could bypass accuracy in this case would be Dynamaxing one of his Pokemon. And then, last but not least, I'm bringing Nihilego, running the Focus Sash. Not gonna lie, I think this mon could be okay. I wanted to use it because I looked at some of the other matchups. I don't think I could bring him in some of those matchups, but I think I'll try it on this one. It does outspeed a lot of his mons. The only thing that doesn't outspeeds would be Alolan Ninetales and Naganadel, which is fine. I mean, the only problem regarding about Ninetales would be Aurora Veil, but This is not gonna Dell we're talking about. It's not gonna do anything against Neolego. I mean, you know what I mean. Sludge Bomb. I wanted to use Sludge Wave, but since I'm not bringing my Steel type or my Telepathy Mon, it's not worth trying to go for Sludge Wave. I'd rather stick with Sludge Bomb. Trick Room just to do reverse Trick Room. On the safe side, Ally Switch just in case. Surprisingly enough, it can learn it. So that's two things I didn't know. It can learn Trick Room, and it can learn Ally Switch. Two things I did not know that Naganadel, not Naganadel, Neolego, goodness gracious, two beasts, Soldier Beast with the same lettering. Oh my goodness. And then Dazzling Gleam is a nice little spread move. I was thinking about going for Power Gem, but I think Dazzling Gleam would be nice, especially if I can do some damage against Urshifu. Yep, that's it. That's pretty much it. That is my team. I don't know how this will go. We'll see. But without further ado, let's get into the battle. This is week 1 going up against Zone 0? Yeah, T. Battlefield Torcats. Okay. So, put that in the air. I am not good at all. Like, the last time I played VGC was like very early stage of like generation. That's all I have about that. So, don't expect much. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, in terms of the team I brought, probably would have mentioned a little bit earlier. Team is basically around pretty much just try to have Giglet do damage. That's pretty much it. Pretty much the basis of I'm bringing. You have options of either having Tailwind with Sand or Trick Room or Triggerfish to do some work. We'll see. It all comes down to what he initially brings. I don't know what his 6 would be. I really think it's definitely the Urshifu. I definitely see him bringing Naganadel. Mamugus for Rage Powder and Spore. Garchomp, the Fable. Oh, speaking of which, actually, no. He's actually bringing his own Hail. Okay, that's different. Okay. And he does bring H slash. Ah! Okay. So, looking at his team. I kind of want to lead off with Geb and Jormungandr for just to lead off to see what he has. But at the same time, I like to bring out Freya. Alright, let's lead up with Geb and Tulu. I think I have a plan. Actually, no. Jormungandr in the back, and then Freya. We'll see how things go. Right. Let's see how things go. This could be interesting battle. See what he brings. Mogus and Urshifu, okay. So what I want to do, I kind of want to go for Dazzling Gleam. I feel like he's going to go for a Spore. Mainly on Geb, so if I can switch out. Let's switch out into... let's switch out into Freya, Geb, and then go for a Dazzling Gleam. Because if I can get rid of his Urshifu, that would be great. So let's go for that. Okay, he goes for Rage Powder. Okay. Go for the Dazzling Gleam. And Urshifu is dead. Okay. So now, get a Beast Boost, which is good. To an extent. He probably has Aegislash. The back. He has to have Aegislash. So he brings in Ninetales. I kind of switch out Togekiss, bring in Geb again, and go for a Sludge Bomb against the Ninetales. Let's do that. Sludge Bomb. No, I can't go for that. Actually, if I can get damage off the Amogus, that'll be great. And then I'll just go for the Dynamax. He goes for Blizzard. Miss. It does land on Geb, but Geb should be able to take it. Nice. He does not go for what I thought he would go for. Okay. So that's good. Now, Naganadel is at +2.
What?
Goes for Spore. He goes into Naganadel.
Who?
Good play on him. But he can only sleep one of the Mons though, so. Arctovish. Okay. Fine. Back, let me go ahead and Dynamax and go for a max. If I can get a max Steel Spike up, I get able to proc Geb's thing. Right play? Or do I just want Arctovish dead? Let's just go for the no. Dynamax, Max Rockfall, Arctovish. And then I'm just gonna stay in. Alright. I haven't Dynamaxed a Mon in a good long while. That boy's big. Fine. Hydra Pump. Ooh. Wait. Wait, I thought... wasn't it? I'll worry about it later. Let's just finish this game. I'm still gonna go for the max rockfall. Go for the sludge bomb and just get rid of the Moongus. Alright, I'm still asleep. Goes for the Hydro Pump again and misses. Goes for the sludge bomb on Geb. It's totally fine. Still asleep, but if I can get rid of the Moongus, that would be great. Still gonna go for the Arctivish, and I'm just gonna go ahead for the Sludge Bomb. I'm still asleep. Three full turns. Goes for the pump. That's not gonna kill because I have Spit Death, and I'm Sash. Yep, ate that like a champ. Still asleep. So that was a waste, unfortunately. But it's okay. I still got Rock Slide. Still gonna go for the Sludge Bomb on the Moongus. Can't believe 3 turns of sleep passed. Boost. Lands the Hydro Pump on Lego. Totally fine. It's not the end of the world. It didn't matter. I'm gonna kill anyways. Up, go for the Rock Slide. Land. And takes out Arctivish. Alright, so good first game. Gave me some information. I think he's gonna bring in the Aegis next time. Holes. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Hey, it's Spartan here. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to do the second battle or the third battle because my opponent, my opponent forfeited. I could understand forfeiting for the match, but I wasn't expecting the whole set. He forfeited the entire set. So I win 2-0. Not happy about it because I don't like getting free wins. I don't know. That's how I feel. Yeah, sure. It's all because of the sleep clause. I can understand the frustrations, but at the same time, I mean, there are ways I could just prevent it, you know? Like in the first game, it didn't really matter too much. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that game, but I mean, it was a nice, good first game. I was really looking forward to the second and maybe even the third game, see how things go. But it is what it is. So yeah, that's it for me here. Do want to give a shout out to Nilego pulling in its weight. 2 rock type Pokemon really pulled through, so proud of that. But yeah, that's about it for me. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you at week 2. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.